In a small, artsy neighborhood of New York City, two young women, Sue and Johnsy, shared a tiny apartment. Both were aspiring artists, drawn to the city for its boundless energy and creative spirit. Life was hard, but they found joy in their friendship and their dreams of making it big one day. One chilly autumn, Johnsy fell gravely ill with pneumonia. The doctor visited and gave Sue a grim warning. Johnsy's chances of recovery depended heavily on her will to live. If she lost hope, the sickness would likely take her. Sue tried to cheer Johnsy up, but her friend had grown despondent. Lying in bed, Johnsy stared out the window at a struggling ivy vine clinging to the brick wall of a nearby building. Its leaves were falling one by one in the cold, relentless wind. When the last leaf falls, Johnsy whispered one evening, "I'll go too." Sue was alarmed but tried to hide her fear. She laughed it off, saying, "Don't be silly. Leaves fall every year, but people stay strong." Yet, deep inside, she worried that Johnsy might truly give up. Their downstairs neighbor, Mr. Behrman, was an elderly artist with a gruff demeanor but a kind heart. He had never achieved the artistic success he dreamed of, but he was fiercely protective of Sue and Johnsy. When Sue told him about Johnsy's strange fixation on the ivy vine, his eyes filled with determination. That night, a fierce storm raged through the city. The wind howled, and rain lashed at the windows. Sue stayed up, watching over Johnsy, dreading what they might see when dawn arrived. The next morning, Johnsy insisted on looking out the window. Sue hesitated but finally pulled back the curtain. There it was, the last leaf. It clung to the vine, vibrant and defiant against the grey sky. Despite the storm, it had not fallen. Johnsy stared at it, her eyes wide with wonder. "That leaf is still there," she murmured. A spark of hope flickered in her voice. "Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I can fight this, too." From that moment, Johnsy's will to live returned. She began to eat, smile, and talk more. Day by day, she grew stronger. Meanwhile, Sue discovered the truth. Behrman, the old artist, had gone out into the storm that night. He had painted a perfect replica of an ivy leaf on the wall, knowing it might give Johnsy the hope she needed to survive. The next morning, Behrman was found shivering and sick. He had caught pneumonia himself and passed away a few days later. The last leaf on the vine was not real, but it had been painted with such love and sacrifice that it became a symbol of resilience. Behrman's final masterpiece saved Johnsy's life, proving that art, even in its simplest form, has the power to inspire and heal.